What's up? What it do, everybody? Thanks for tuning in for another episode of the DC Pharma Show with my co-host Big Worm.
What's going on, man?
At Cannabis DC. Make sure y'all check him out on IG, y'all. And first of all, you know, I want to start out. I want to start out the day. I want to start out. Hey, what's going on over there, Comedy Bud? Hey, you ain't gonna be interrupting me already, man. Beginning of the show. Hey, look. We got Comedy Bud back in here tonight. He brought a special guest for us tonight to have fun with or whatever. So we're going to enjoy that tonight as well. We got an interesting giveaway, but first want to address, like I was saying, Mr. J Rock, if you out there looking. I've been going back and forth in my email with the Cannabis Festival. Apparently, I did not know that the tickets are going to be released a week before the show for fraudulent reasons or whatever it may be.
Okay, wow.
But I have been going back and forth with them, and they're actually trying to work something out for me. I'm gonna forward you the emails that I have going. You may be getting them tickets earlier than what you're supposed to be getting them than anybody else. They've been real cool trying to make things happen. So anybody out there that's watching that don't know, when you do purchase these tickets, and I get what they're doing, you know what I'm saying? They're going to send you the email a week or two before the actual show happens. And like I said, this is like for fraud. They trying to avoid fraud, you know, and all that other BS. So, you know, cool. Counterfeit, yeah, understandable. You know what I'm saying? So they reached out, let me know what's going on. Much love to them for that. I just wanted to hear something. So it is what it is. I think they actually updated that on their website to let people know that.
I'm sure it'll work out.
Grab your tickets if you haven't got them yet. I may or may not do another giveaway with them tickets. I don't know yet for sure. But J Rock definitely going to the event, and I'm glad he won, man. Cause if correct me if I'm wrong, I believe J Rock's from North Carolina somewhere. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So he's definitely gonna have a good time out here. You know what I'm saying? So the tickets definitely went to a good person, and he's gonna enjoy it. You're gonna get your tickets, that's for sure. So as soon as I get them, you gonna get them. Like I said, I'm gonna forward you the emails that I've been getting, so you could be updated to what's going on. Now, I'm sitting here running my mouth. How about you? You had an interesting weekend. I heard you had a full class that you was holding down.
It was a great weekend out at Root in DC. So this was their 11th annual year. And, you know, one of the most exciting things about it was all the things seeing people doing in DC. There's a compost cab company I didn't know anything about. That was pretty cool.
A compost what?
Compost cab. So what they do is they come around and they set up with residents to pick up their waste and then they compost it.
Okay.
So,
I follow that.
Yeah, so they were cool. That's pretty. You know, I love composting people. Yeah. Veterans Compost was there. My people at Purple Mountain were there. There's some cool people. You know, so the class was about growing cannabis organically with Grow with Lisa. I mean, it was standing room, man. People were coming in the entire time. There was a lot of interest, a diverse crowd as far as not only race but gender and age. You know, from people that look barely 21 to people that have been retired. You know, huge response. People asking tons of questions.
And I heard you say veteran compost. Man, for y'all that don't know, because I use the worm compost.
Yep.
Worm castings. And for y'all that don't know, check them out, man. Go to their website. Veteran compost, right? That's what it is.
Yeah, I assume. Yeah, you can Google them and find them.
Yeah, but Google them, check them out, man. If you live in the DMV area.
They deliver. They got pick up local too, I think.
And I'm telling you, for the price and what you getting, it's tremendous. So you definitely need to check them out. And not only that, you supporting the troops, man. You know, you supporting the veterans and all that. So, you know, do y'all part too, man. So how, like, well, you was teaching? Was you teaching the class? I don't know. I saw some pictures, man.
Yeah. So it was. We did it. What's called co-teaching. So that's when you have multiple teachers teaching the same class. So. We were bouncing back and forth. Lisa was covering some of the basic laws and, you know, talking about that. I mainly talked about bottles versus living systems and was trying to, you know, make sure people knew about, you know, certified products and not just using anything with a pretty picture and, you know, try to make the connection with the people. And then we had the golden pineapple, talk about concentrates and stuff at the end.
Right.
But yeah, I'm a teacher. I teach. I love it. I love
Yeah,
every second. It warms my heart, man.
Like
I love to do
I
it.
seen the pictures. It looked like you was right in your environment.
Yeah, I love it, man.
From what I wasn't there, you know, my son's birthday was this weekend and all that, man. So I had to do it all up for him. But I seen like, and I heard that you had full class, people sitting on the floor, people standing against the wall and all that. So I mean, that's a great look, man. The city coming out trying to learn about gardening, period, man.
This place was packed. I mean, the entire they probably had I think over 1,000 people there. But these were cool people. They were sorting the trash to be composted correctly.
Right.
I mean, just all the good practices. There was a lot of youth groups there, youth organizations. You know, you can still check it out, rootingdc.org. You know, check out the website. Look at the sponsors that were on there. Look at the cool different people.
Yeah, definitely go check out I Grow with Lisa as well. You know, from what I hear, she helped put this together. You know, and like I said, man, I'm sad that I missed out on this event because from what I hear, it was nice, man. You know, a lot of people showed up.
Yeah, I worked the booth most of the day. I didn't really get to check out the other classes, but it looked like a good lineup. So
maybe next time they have another event, man, we could talk about the living soil. You know,
yeah, just do it full no-till.
Right.
It ain't even got to be cannabis. We could just be doing
no-till,
no-till growing.
See, and that's another thing. Like when anytime I'm down to talking no-till, man, unless the topic of cannabis comes up, man, and that's when I'm talking about it. But no-till, man, it's pertaining to gardening, period, and in particular, man. So,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna treat anything.
Look, I gotta point out that beautiful white ash right there on that no-till. Look at that. Look at that. Nice and pretty.
Just chilling, you know.
Nice and silly.
Let me pluck it, man.
Looking good, man. Look at that no flush, perfect white ash, smooth. You know.
Yeah, man. So I mean, yeah, it smoked good too. This the 9 pound hammer, right?
Yep, 9
pound hammer. Is this the TJ whatever genetic subcode?
Yeah, Jinx proof genetics. Yep.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you know, pretty cool smoke here.
Definitely different in the different phenos, man. And you can see in those pictures, it'll look way different.
Now, as you was growing it, was it leaning more sativa? I know it's a hybrid, so was it leaning more sativa?
I think they're all going to be hardcore in it because all of them had big leaves, but
big fat leaves.
Yeah, but definitely different bud formation, different smells.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be interesting.
I mean, I tell you, time be flying, man, because it seemed like you just started vegging that plant, man. That's what it seemed like, right?
Yeah. So I started. You saw them little clones. I'm gonna start with little teeny clones this time, and they got like 3 weeks. So we'll see how big they can get.
Now
I'm trying not to overgrow.
We sit here running around our mouth since we talking about your growth. Now, like for instance, you chopped down the 9 pound hammer, right?
Right.
And it was growing in a what, 20-gallon pot?
20 gallon.
So now, for the people that know, what are you gonna do with that 20-gallon pot now that you chopped it at, I believe, at the base, right?
Right. So I cut it right at the base. It's probably an inch of stump there. All of the extra leaf material is laid on top. So with that, I put some nice worm castings on it, some leaf mulch.
Okay.
And went ahead and planted right back into it with some 2 clones. Got that under the 400-watt vegging right now.
Just planted. It's that simple, y'all.
Yeah. So the coolest thing. So you know, just dug a little hole right to the right and the left. I actually put 2 clones in this container, but there were worms right there.
I mean, that's it though. But see, that's how simple the process is. That's simple. Look, and what happens? Look, now I know a lot of y'all want to ask, well, what happened to the old roots from the plants that you cut down? Right? Go ahead and tell them what happens to them roots.
The roots are golden, man. That's feeding the soil. That's feeding the plant right there. But the real, to me, that's all great and dandy. It's organic matter. But the true benefit is that mycorrhiza network is still alive. You know, it's not gonna instantly die. The plant has still got roots. It's still doing its thing. It's still feeding on, you know, all that good stuff. So as soon as those roots come in, they're gonna walk onto that network and instantly be inoculated with that network. So that's the benefit to me.
And for the most part, like a lot of people that also replant or put clones back into their soil, they also like to throw some cover crop back into their soil. So
absolutely.
There you go. More roots, more exudates, more more organic matter for your biological life in the soil. Let's just put it that way.
Absolutely.
So, you know, like all this, like, and then the roots, man, like I said, the roots that's left from the last plant, man, the worms, all the creatures that are living in the soil, they just tear it up, man. It's beneficial food for them. They tear
That's
it up,
where they
and
will
it be
be.
gone. It be gone like 2 weeks. You move that little stump, you can literally just pull it out with no effort.
Yep.
So, you know, everything serves a purpose, man. Like, that's it. Cut down, chop your plant, replant. Whether you want to drop a seed in there or you want to grow some clones.
Right.
It's just that simple.
Yeah, my system, so I moved that 20 out and a new 20 goes in, and we got the CBD dominant Midnight Express. We got 2 different phenos of that. And showing sex. So, again, Farmer Freeman sex testing works 100%. 100%. There it is.
I was down at the because I be, like I said, I be shopping around sometimes, man, looking for the giveaways and stuff, right?
Right.
So I was down at the hydroponics shop, but it was Capital Hydroponics. So man, it was a dude down there buying them jokers up like crazy, man.
Oh, test packs.
Test packs. Now, mind you, I ain't trying to be talking on nobody because I don't know this dude. This dude don't know me, man. The plant count's supposed to be 6 out this motherfucker. This motherfucker had about 50 packs in his hands, man.
Hey, he's pheno hunting.
Yeah, he definitely was pheno hunting. So, shout out to Farmer Freeman, man.
He said he can't test quick enough, man. He's stacking it up. Good.
You might need to start hiring some people, man. I'm telling you, people getting hip. Huh? The sex tester.
So Farmer Freeman
literally,
sex
all right,
tester.
so look, they asking me, look, Farmer Freeman, if I get it wrong, please don't be mad at me. But literally, they ask me right now, so look, you pop a seed, right? What, 2, 3 weeks? Not even 3 weeks. 1 or 2 weeks? As soon as you get the third leaf,
as
or
soon as
whatever
the cotyledon leaves start turning yellow, that's when I
as
give
soon
it
as
to
you
him.
get a leaf on that motherfucker, you rip that bitch off and send it to him, and he could tell you what the sex is within the next day or 2 or however long it is that he takes to tell you. But before you go keep wasting your money on however you decide to grow, whether it's nutrients or whatever you decide to put into that plant, you can figure out whether it's a male or female and how you want to go about or how you want to go care about it from that point on. But it's definitely beneficial to mess with this dude, man, because it's definitely working out, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so he also told me that these plants are CBD dominant over THC. So both of these should be producing a nice CBD.
That, man, they breaking it real. Yeah, I'm telling you, the science of this is getting real. It's getting real nice.
Because that's where we find that right pheno.
Yeah.
That's where it's at. That's
Not only that, especially if you growing for CBD. You know what I'm saying? Right there, you don't have to waste your time and effort to find out if the plant is CBD dominant or not. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely beneficial in that in that behalf, man. And, chat, man, I'm glad that y'all still hanging on strong. Don't think I forgot about the giveaway. I didn't, y'all. Everything's here. Like I said, 3 T-shirts designed by Toast Eastwood.
Got a little mystery bottle to throw in there.
Oh, mystery bottle. Look, hey, I don't know what this is, but this look very psychedelic. You will be getting this as well. And if it's coming from Big Worm, it's definitely got cannabis in it, so I ain't even gonna ask.
No-till organic.
And also, I got a 20-pack of seeds of some land tray seeds from Nigeria. And when I say from Nigeria, I mean straight up from Nigeria. Partner from Nigeria that's living in Nigeria that went on to ship me off some seeds from Nigeria that was grown in Nigeria. That's what this is right here. I don't know what the name is, but it's some shit grown from the ground out there in Nigeria. That's why I named it Nigeria Land Race Seeds. And, you know, if y'all want to confirm it, you know, like I said, from Nigeria, for folks that I know out that joint, send a nigga off real strong, man.
It's a nice fat seed, nice big seed.
And that's what the giveaway is going to be, man. So, and the
some.
reason I put 20 in there, like I said, these are land-raised seeds, man. So, I don't know what y'all going to get. It's more of a pheno hunt. Hope you find some treasures up in there,
you
man.
holding some? You kept some, right? We still got some backup.
Oh, we started. Yeah, I got plenty.
Okay,
of them, man.
okay.
I gave them 20. I got plenty of that,
Oh, okay.
man.
All right, because that's exciting. That's cool.
I'm doing some pheno hunting on this on my private terms as well.
That's cool.
This is definitely an exclusive from my little vault, man. You know what I'm saying? But when I get to going, this is what I'm doing as well. I'm pheno hunting. I'm looking for something special that I can start crossing certain plants with as well, man. Like I said, I always want to start with land raised seeds as well. So,
well, I must admit, this is very much like a Strain Hunters episode. You know, I love that show. I love seeing them all over the world. Like, that's just kind of like a little dream. You know what I mean? They just travel and
no hermy heads, y'all. No hermy heads. These seeds are definitely straight up no hermies. That they, like I said, y'all. It's the giveaway. Make sure y'all call in today. 202-618-9399. 202-618-9399. Don't call in yet. Don't call in yet. I said don't call in yet. Hold up now.
Maybe you could split it up 10 and 10. Maybe you could split 10 and 10.
What, the seed?
Yeah, maybe.
Nah, because it's 20. I don't know what people going to get. You know, I don't know what you going to get.
We get 10 females.
So I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I don't know what you going to get, so... You know what I'm saying? You might have 20 golden gooses on there. I don't know, man. But you're going to get something special out of that, that's for sure. And it's something you could claim for yourself, for your own. You could name whatever the fuck you want to name it whenever you're done with it. You know what I'm saying? So
she said Wakanda.
Yeah, somebody. Hey, the studio audience said Wakanda, right? There you go. You call that motherfucker Black Panther for all I care. Oh, man. So, we gonna I'm gonna make sure I got my number on. Yeah, I obviously I do, because somebody just tried to call through. So yeah. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do this call in a hot second. What call are we doing today, man?
I don't know. Do 3, make it like
caller number 3.
We're
gonna do caller number 3, y'all. Look, the number right there on the screen. It's all on you. Go ahead, it's a go. Caller number 3. There go the first caller, y'all. Hey, where that cord at?
Hey, Tope.
That was caller number 1.
Hey, Tope.
There you go, caller number 2, y'all. Right. Next caller. There it is, y'all. Next caller.
9-pound hammer from
Call from.
Just kill that. I'm gonna
To
fight this.
accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2. To accept, press 1.
All right, who this on the line?
Yo.
Stoner.
There you go.
You know what it is.
Caller number 3, you the winner. Thanks for always being here. You're getting lucky.
You know what it is.
Thanks for calling in. Thanks for tuning in. For all y'all that missed it, I apologize. But catch me next week, because I'm going to have something else going. I'm going to go ahead. Hey, Jacob, go ahead and put me through that intro music. We're going to take a 2-minute break. We're going to have Comedy Bud come through with our special guest. And
hopefully the guest ain't gonna beat him up this week.
So we gonna, I hope not. What's going on with the guest? All right, look, I'm gonna figure out what's going on with our guest. We're gonna take a hot second break, listen to the music. We'll be right back.
All right,
Hey, little Africa, what you about to do? Hey, man, I'm about to go. Man, let me hit the J. I'm about to go right now home to the computer to go and watch the DC Pharma Show. We legalizing DC with restrictions. American illusion is simply a prison. No till should be a course studied in Princeton. Knowledge like a Rasta smoking split out in Kingston. Road boy, wagwan, what ya doing? Smoking good boy. Sheep fun to roll up, backwood boy. Learn the cultivation, to get a vicious harvest. The night light, solar system, night, loud color, light bright. Smoking straight night flight. Master J the Mike. He go night. Now we cyclone blazing. Either he DC farmer or tricone chasing. Big worm in the corner, he fire more blazing. More fire, Jeff Sessions a bitch. Pump motherfucker. Wanna learn to grow, holla at DC farmer. Various forms, psychedelic marijuana. All I got is 2 O's, it ain't no telling. Learn to grow Monday from 10 to 11. The DC farmer, the DC farmer, the DC farmer, the DC farmer show. Hey, little Africa, what you about to do? Hey man, I'm about to go. Let me hit the J. I'm about to go right now home to the computer to go and watch the DC Pharma Show. We legalize in DC with restriction. American illusion is simply a prison. No till should be a course studied in Princeton. Knowledge like a Rasta smoking spliff out in Kingston. Road wide, wagwan, what y'all doing? Smoking good boy. Sheep fun to roll up, backwood boy. Learn the cultivation, to get a vicious harvest. The night light, solar system, night, loud color, light bright. Smoke a straight night flight. Pass the J to Mike. He go night. Now we cyclone blazing. Either he DC farmer or trichome chasing. Big worm in the corner, he fire more blazing. More fire, Jeff Sessions a bitch. Pump motherfucker. Wanna learn to grow, holla at DC farmer. Various forms, psychedelic marijuana. All I got is 2 O's, it ain't no telling. Learn to grow Monday from 10 to 11. The DC farmer, the DC farmer, the DC farmer, the DC Pharma Show. Hey, little Africa, what you about to do? Hey man, I'm about to go. Let me hit the J. I'm about to go right now home to the computer to go and watch the DC Pharma Show. We legalize in DC with restriction. American illusion is simply a prison. No till should be a course studied in Princeton. Knowledge like a Rasta smoking spliff out in Kingston. Road wide, wagwan, what y'all doing? Smoking good boy. Sheep fun to roll up, backwood boy. Learn the cultivation, to get a vicious harvest. The night light, solar system, night, loud.
Cancel. All right. All right, cool, man. It look like our guest ain't be able to make it today or whatever. I don't know what happened.
I got a little something else you want to talk about.
Yeah, all day.
So this guy, Micro 207 Micro Brewer on Instagram, he put a little post up showing his what's called a 5-gallon Vortex brewer. So the Vortex brewer, for people that don't know, they made really big ones, but it basically puts your water in a spiral and then it bubbles it back up to the top. And it's made for brewing compost tea. So the benefit of this is that it keeps the water moving. If anybody's brewed compost tea with just some bubblers, they see there's all that foam on the top. Stuff gets stuck at the top on the sides of your buckets. So this eliminates all that. So the cool part is this guy showed a design and showed how to do it. It's like basically $10 in 10 minutes. So he directed me to a video on YouTube by Cloud9. If you search on YouTube, 5-gallon Vortex bucket, you'll see the first one that pops up, I think, is Cloud9. But it's really easy, man, and I'm going to build one. I hope to build one this week. But this is something I've always known has been a superior way to do a tea. But the buckets in the past have always been complicated, but this one's really, really simple. They just put a hole down in the center, run a pipe down and out and up, right? So you just kind of make a little shape, put your hose down, it bubbles the water up, and it just starts making like a little pool, man, like you're spinning around the pool. And then after a couple minutes, a 5-gallon. Yep.
Now, what does he do with the bottom of it? I thought like the concept of the Vortex was like the bottom supposed to be like.
So it looks like they drill a 1-inch hole in the bottom, put a little gasket in there, run some PVC pipe down a couple inches, run a 90 over and up, and it just spirals down.
Now, what runs it? What actually runs the? Is it an air pump?
So you're using the standard air pump you would get at the hydro store. You know, the good one, the $40 pump. You run one single tube down the hose, and that's what it was hard for me to wrap my head around that the air bubbling that water up and spits it out. Right. And as it spits it out, you put it right towards the edge of the bucket, and after a couple minutes, there it goes. It starts spinning, and you got a really cheap, Vortex brewer.
And the concept is the same, 24 hours.
Yeah.
12, 24 hours, however long people like brewing.
Yeah, and the other thing is that it keeps everything mixed up. So like your nematodes, we learned that the nematodes sink to the bottom. Well, this is going to spit them back, and keep them moving throughout and breeding. So, kind of excited about that. I think I got a couple buckets at home. I used to do vertical gardening. You ever see that?
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, I messed around with that with some tomatoes. That was kind of cool just to experiment with. But
there's actually a guy on IG I follow. He's pretty good.
Does a lot of vertical stuff.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
So I got a couple buckets, I think, with already holes, a 1-inch hole in the bottom where I planted tomatoes through them. So let's try to repurpose those and make a couple of these brewers for us. So.
Definitely, man. I mean, you churning out your grows like every other month. You cutting something down, man. So you almost look like you dialed in a little bit there.
If it comes out, it's going in. I'm keeping the IPM going. I want to order some of those preventatives like I talked to you about with the little time release bugs that come out over time. Actually did something today I haven't done in a while. I used Boogie Bricks. It's like their sugar product. It's like molasses plus a lot of different stuff. So I flushed the ones I showed the pictures of. I put a gallon of water through them with the sugar water. So hopefully we'll see what that does.
And now what was this for?
For the last two in flour.
Oh, so you adding sugar to it?
Yeah, the first time. Yeah, I haven't done that in a while. I used to flush with molasses, and then I got away from that.
Now, I would say this. I pushed away from doing that. Cause I was a big fan of adding sugar. I'd throw sugar cane in there and all that.
Right. Yeah, I think this has sugar cane molasses.
I pushed away from it, man. Cause what I noticed, and I don't know, and anybody out there in the no-till world, whatever that's growing organically, how we doing. When I started doing that in flour, it seemed like it took forever for her to get to the finish line. So I don't know if I was prolonging the process by adding too much to the soil, cause my takeaway from it is, especially in flour, that the plant is going to exudate all the sugar it needs through the roots. You know what I'm saying? Back into the soil. So what I think I was doing, from me looking in, was that I was adding too much sugar and was actually prolonging the process of the flowering plant. I could be mistaken. I could have just been growing a sativa dominant plant that likes to take longer than the indica dominant plant, the flower. But you know, I've kind of pushed away from adding too much sugar unless I'm trying to reboost my soil. That's why I asked what you was using it for.
Well, I really want to see how this responds to it. And also, I do have a lot of leaf cover that I threw down recently. I threw down some worm castings. You know, so I did cut a decent amount of leaf cover that I am trying to speed up at breaking down. But I'm just interested to see how it responds. And I didn't do it too heavy. You know, I did it at a half dose of what they normally call for. You know, and I just wanted to see what it was going to do.
And the reason, like I said, I pushed away from it. But if I'm reusing the soil, if I'm trying to, like I said, boost my soil back up, I'll add some sugar on it, because that organic matter make the microbial life in the soil just go crazy, man. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying don't use it. I'm just saying, hey, you know what I'm saying? Watch how you use it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, and getting back into getting back to your no-till situation, like I said, man, it seems like you chopping them down, cutting them back up. I wanted you to give some pointers to the people, because your style of growing is also in the basement. And you've been doing okay during this whole winter. You know, these winter months, which they've been in D.C., out here in D.C., it's been crazy. You can't tell what the weather's going to be like tomorrow. So any pointers and tips that you could give to the people out there that's watching us right now, you know what I'm saying, that grows kind of like either in the basement or what have you, in a situation kind of like you got going?
I think one thing I learned early on was air quality and what my natural, you know, CO2 ppm was. So if you don't have a CO2 meter, borrow someone's and check your ppms in your basement. Especially in DC, a lot of people everything runs off natural gas. I assume
I noticed that you got the tank. Yeah, I definitely noticed that you got the tank now.
Yeah, so what I'll do is right now, if the temperatures are right, the room will run cool enough without venting it. So I'll cut all the vent fans off, turn the CO2, bump the CO2 up to 1,000.
Okay.
You know, but that's kind of an on-off thing if the weather's right. Now, when the weather spikes, I'm running at 80 degrees, and that's with venting. Coming in the summer, I'm going to have to put probably a little mobile AC in there to really keep it down.
Definitely.
But I hope to get the 600 watt out of there by now.
There's no love out here in the summer, boy. It gets as humid as Baton Rouge out there.
Yeah, that's where I started. Man. You know, I started... you know, we started right in June, so. But I have an indoor AC that I attempted to convert, and you know that didn't really work out great. So I'm just gonna get a 4-unit, keep it around 78 if I can. But I hope to have ceramic metal halides in there by then.
Now, when you're using the CO2, do you have that on the timer? Do you let it run 24 hours? How do you work that?
I went to co2meter.com. I think that's the name of the meter.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really affordable meter. It works really well. So that runs it while it needs it. I've got it. I run it up to a fan. I got the hose hooked up to the back of the fan, so as the fan blows, it's blowing the CO2 across the room.
So the meter works like a self shut-off valve or whatever?
Yep. You set it at whatever limit you want, just like a temperature gauge.
Right.
And then it runs. That way you don't have to worry about the math, and you can know exactly what it tells you what you're at, if it's on or off. It turns off at night because you don't need it at night. So
pretty much you run in a sealed room then?
When I can.
Definitely, yeah.
Absolutely, when I can, yeah. So to continue that in the summer, going to need the AC in there. And, and I like, I try to run vapor deficit as far as that, but other tips in the basement, I add humidity all the time. Other people, I don't have to run a dehumidifier in there. If not, my humidity would be low right now. But it is easier.
Now, do you follow the VPD chart?
Yeah, I try to, but I'm staying within about 20 right now.
And this is why you're raising the humidity?
You're right.
Okay.
Right.
Now, when you raise the humidity, are you raising the temperature as well? Or are you keeping the temperature whatever
I'm trying to catch the humidity up to the temperature on some days.
Okay.
But I can't really get the humidity above 60. It just won't. It's not. With my little humidifiers, I've got big 9 gallons, but they just won't get it above 60. But, they're raising it 20%, which is pretty large amount.
I'll offer you to use mine, but that'll just make your electric bill even go higher, right? So,
yeah, not good.
Exactly. That's another, 1,500, 1,500 watts pulling from the wall right there.
Yeah, I need solar panels.
Yeah. Man, I'm definitely trying to get into that, though. No joke aside, all jokes aside, but see, I'm a do-it-yourself guy, so, with the solar panels, I've been looking that up lately. Been trying to figure out how they work, you know what I'm saying, and how to construct them together, because there's a lot of people putting stuff together, man.
Yeah, you can get really good deals from like the Department of Transportation. I think like One Cell Breaks, they do auctions with those suckers. I was seeing a video about that one time. Yeah, I'm all about repurposing as well, man.
Yeah, not only that, man, cutting that bill back, man, because they Petco ain't playing. They want their money. The price done went up too. I seem like, I don't know, man. Either that or we just using more power than we need to.
Well, a lot of it, I haven't looked here. I assume the power here is cheaper at night. You know, there's peak hours, they charge more. At least they used to in Richmond. I don't know if that's the same in DC.
No, it is. Peak hours, light hours, all that BS. Yeah.
Right. So I probably should be running my lights in the middle of the night.
I actually did that one time in a few of my runs, running my lights at night because of that.
Definitely in the summer, I think I'll have to switch to that to take advantage of the cooler nights at least.
Yeah, that's something for people out there that don't know. That's something for y'all to keep in mind. Out here, we have peak hours and non-peak hours. Non-peak hours being like, I don't know, I think it's like 1, 2 o'clock at night to whatever in the morning. I forget what the time hour is. But if you're trying to save money and conserve your energy, run your lights at night. That way your pocketbook won't get hurt as much. But you also have to, like I said, you have to make sure you have your good sealed room, or you control the temperature somehow. Because, like I said, man, to the people that's growing out here, man, and that's getting through, congratulations. I know it's a lot of people out there running through problems, man, but don't get discouraged. This weather ain't natural right now. It's switching up every day, but just keep doing what you're doing. Just step your game up, man. And if you're making it through, man, like I said, by the time you get to the summertime, you're going to be a hell of a grower, man.
And,
a hell of a grower.
You know, for our garden growers out there, it is time to go ahead and start your seeds. You know, I know it sounds a little early, but go ahead and start your tomato seeds, start your pepper seeds. You know, you could get lettuce out here pretty soon with this weather. Lettuce would handle this no problem.
Now, yeah,
get that out as soon as possible. You know, and then get those other heat-loving plants going.
Companion plants, I like to call them, to be honest with you. That's going to be it for today, I guess.
It's been a good show, man. We had a good conversation.
Indeed.
I'm excited about these seeds, man. I don't know.
Hey, man, Stoner going to do something with them. Yeah, Stoner going to do something with them, man. Congratulations. Like I said, Stoner wanted to get. Hey, Slim was on it, huh? So I don't know if he got a motherfucking contract with Google. What's going on? Between him and J-Rock, Slim was on it. And then look, I got some of my fans, right? Or some of the people in the chat be getting mad and shit, because he was like, he in the studio winning all this shit. But he ain't the only one winning, man. We got a dude all the way out North Carolina cleaning up, too.
Hey, they gonna find one of them IT niggas like, I'm gonna jam both of their phones.
Every week, y'all. Every week it's a giveaway. Stay tuned. Next week we're gonna have something else going on. We got a live studio. Look, for those of y'all that is local that don't know, every week we have a live studio audience. Free fucking weed, free drinks. I don't like to say weed, free cannabis, man. Free drinks. I ain't y'all. When I say free, man, I mean free, man. And this shit is 71 for real, man. This shit is fucking gifted, man. So if you can make it to my motherfucking
donations
show,
not accepted.
Yeah, donations not accepted here, man. Just smoke and have a fucking good time. We don't want no negative energy. We don't want no negative attitude. If this weed don't get you right, then you don't need to be here, man. The shit's for free. Enjoy company network. That's what we doing up here, man. So come every Monday night, 10 to 11, come have a good time with DC Pharma, y'all. For those of y'all that's local. Catch me next week. Put me on out, Jacob.
Hey, little Africa, what you about to do? Hey, man, I'm about to go. Let me hit the J. I'm about to go right now home to the computer to go and watch the DC Pharma Show. We legalize in DC with restriction. American illusion is simply a prison. No till should be a course studied in Princeton. Knowledge like a Rasta smoking split out in Kingston. Road wide, wagwan, what ya doing? Smoking good, boy. Sheep funnel roll up, backwood, boy. Learn the cultivation, to get a vicious harvest. The night light, solar system, night, loud color, light bright. Smoking straight night flight. Master J the Mike, he go night. Now we cyclone blazing. Either he DC farmer or trichome chasing. Big worm in the corner, he fire more blazing. More fire, Jeff Sessions a bitch. Punk motherfucker. Wanna learn to grow, holla at DC Pharma. Various forms, psychedelic marijuana. All I got is 2 O's, it ain't no telling. Learn to grow Monday from 10 to 11. The DC Pharma, the DC Pharma, the DC Pharma, the DC Pharma Show.